holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on, all the way back home. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis. Get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No, it's holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
Well, thank you, Donald, and thanks to the rest of the team on the inside. It's a sound of Classic in the afternoon. Classic 105.5 and 105.9 on the FM band. Welcome to another of these outside broadcasts that's been put on, organized by the Rubis, brand Rubis. This week, we're up here at the Rubis service station. That's at Wester Hall in St. David. So we want to say welcome to all of our listeners, wherever you are. And those of you that's probably here on the homeland, across the region, and in other parts of the diaspora, I say good afternoon or good good evening or good night to you. So, well, here we are. Literally, we are on the cusp of celebrating Christmas 2020. It is just a matter of days away to there being the 22nd. And certainly, the countdown is on. The countdown is, in fact, on. And, of course, we want to make sure that wherever it is that you enjoy the best that the holidays has to offer. And so we want to say in advance to you, happy holidays in advance, wishing you the best for you and your family. But in the midst of it, we're giving you the opportunity with Team Rubis. We're giving you the opportunity to get yourself something. As I said to you all day today, there's a gift with your name on it. There's a gift with your name on it. And certainly all you have to do, make your way to the Rubis Service Center up here at Wester Hall in St. David, and a gift is yours. It is simple. You spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel or Total lubricant products, and there is a gift for you. You purchase, of course, even if it is a case where you're making a purchase of a 20-pound cylinder of gas, there's also a gift for you. So we say thanks to Team Rubis. The team is going to be up here live. The team will be up here from 3 up until 5 in the afternoon. But certainly, the man that makes this all possible is Mr. Charles Archer. And Mr. Archer, good afternoon. Here we are. It's another Rubis promotion. We're out here. Last week, we were at Botanical Gardens. Today, glorious sunshine compared to what we had this morning up here at Wester Hall.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kodor. Good afternoon to all your listeners out in the GBN world. Greetings from the DECO Rubis Service Center at Wester Hall. We know that recently we have been put under a revised curfew, and that is for after hours, after 8. Today we are at the Wester Hall Rubis station, and you have plenty of time between 3 and 5. You won't be breaking any curfews, but you will be doing the very important thing of purchasing your fuel needs and whatever else that you may need in the C-store here at Wester Hall to meet your needs. So we're going to have a happy time during the last 2 hours between 3 and 5. And just want to say to our listeners that we trust you're all safe where you are and you abide into the protocols that are required.
Indeed, we hope that that is in fact the case. Protocol as it is, remind you that curfew starts at 8. So you want to make sure that you plan your day, Mr. Archer. I mean, as with everybody else, you plan your day to ensure that if you have to go to the supermarket, that you have to leave work. A lot of the business playhouses, they have been adjusting their hours so as to ensure that they give you, the general public, sufficient time to do your shopping as it is, and they close it within a reasonable time so that their staff can make it home, so that they don't in any way infringe on the curfew as it is. Keep in mind, while you may probably have your concerns, it limits your movement and mobility during the holiday season. But Mr. Archer, you would have to agree that all of this is in the spirit of keeping us safe and sound.
In all ways possible. You know, we think of things at time and then we try to figure out how we can do what it is that we're thinking of. We made it very simple for you here today. We have gifts for you. You normally purchase fuel, so we're asking you to start at $50, which is a simple requirement. Most times you start to top up your vehicle, you reach at least $50. We have gifts here once you reach the $50 threshold. If you go beyond that, you go to $100. We have additional gifts. You know, we raise the status as well of the gifts. And we're not forgetting the persons that also purchase cooking gas.
Yes.
We have some gifts for them, and we also have people purchasing from the lubricant, Total Lubricants. We also have gifts for you. And we also have items for the children. You know, the children will see the parents getting something, and obviously they'll be wondering what about themselves.
Right.
We know that they're not purchasing, but we know that it's important to keep the household all happy. So we have the gifts here for the children as well. So we hope that you come on down within 3 to 5 and be able to indulge in what we're offering you here today.
Indeed, make your way up here, well, up, down, across, depending on where you're coming from. We're here at the Deco Rubis service station. That's at Wester Hall in St. David. And the team, we live from 3 until 4, but the Rubis team is going to be here up until 5 in the afternoon. And Susan, it gives you an opportunity. I mean, most people have been clamoring. They're not sure if Santa is going to make it this year. But certainly with Team Rubis, you don't need Santa anymore. They probably disguised it anyway. They didn't want to make it too obvious. Because, of course, Mr. Archer, with the gifts that you've been having, only a couple of weeks ago, you had a campaign that ended where you had 5 blessed customers. I know that I didn't say lucky, but they're blessed customers who literally got a chance. They got early Christmas with gifts from different members of Corporate Grenada, those that you've partnered with. And you're continuing, as it is, just on the heels of Christmas, to continue to bring some joy and some cheer to the heart of the people. It certainly speaks well to Rubis and his commitment to the general public, doesn't it?
Joy and cheer. That's like a unknown middle name for Rubis, because we always aim to try to bring that to our customers. There's no season per se.
Right.
For us to try to reach across to our customers and ensure that the requirements are met. So even though that this is the supposedly joyous, happy season, you know, we try to make sure that the Rubis season is year-round, and through that we try to bring joy and happiness to everyone. And don't be mistaken that, you know, the entire Rubis family, the truck drivers, the ones that do the filling of cooking gas cylinders, you know, they're all part and parcel to ensure that what happens behind the scenes comes out to be what is required by you when you come to the station to collect your product.
So if you're passing, you're making your way through, maybe you're on your way up the Eastern Corridor, you get to Wester Hall, in case you forget where the Deco Rubis service station is, you will see it's right on the menu. You can't afford to miss it. You want to pull up, and it is simple. All you have to do, really and truly, you pull in to the gas station. You decide to spend $50 or more in Rubis with Rubis, and you get a chance to win. So whether it's fuel or it's a chance that you are getting total lubricants, it is that simple. Even those as well, Mr. Archer, that is making purchase of the 20-pound cylinder. And we know around this time of the year, and we want to encourage folks while we at it, to ensure that they do not wait on the last minute to be wondering first tomorrow evening, or maybe Thursday evening, you start wondering where and how, and then you start saying that the gas is scarce. So not because it is scarce, it's just that your regular outlet, they may have been overwhelmed, and then you have to be wondering, well, where do I get a 20-pound cylinder of gas at the last minute? Well, we can safely tell you, where can they find it, Mr. Archer? Let's start around the country. Let's go.
Well, to put everything in a nutshell, at the Rubis service stations, we have 11 of them strategically placed around the island. So whether you're in St. Patrick's, there's one at ENF in Soteres. If you're in Victoria, there's one at the Fletcher service station in Victoria. Then we're right there in Guelph on Depredine Street, just before the Nutmeg Pool. As you come south, we're at Grand Mall, at Goddard's. Then we also have place on Melville Street at ECI. And as we go around, we are at Burns Point with NAHC. Going further, we are at Burns Point, another ECI outlet. And as I'm not just calling names, but you have the cooking gas, not just gasoline, but you also have the cooking gas and the total lubricants available at these sites. So all Rubis sites carry these products. You know, as we move along, you have CTEC on the Maurice Bishop Highway. We're right here at Deco in Wester Hall. And then not forgetting Grenville, Sequoias at Grenville, you know. So we strategically placed, and then Huggins as our distributor, they have other resellers in the nooks and crannies that you can also reach out to receive your product. So we're widely available. Friday is Christmas Day, from what I understand. The funny thing with that day is that it can throw us off, and you can think Christmas is coming, but you're not sure what day it is, and you could find yourself Christmas Day not being able to locate your product. So don't wait until Christmas Day.
Correct.
We're not saying it won't be, but some outlets close.
Correct.
To obviously give their employees the opportunity to be with their family as well. And no greater time than now for families to be together and spend their time safely together, and not necessarily looking to share that time with other people that you're uncertain of their status. You know, so it's just a reminder that as you go around looking for your Rubis product, to do it as safely as possible, and always think of your family, your children, and the elderly that's in the family, you know, of their well-being during this time.
I keep saying it is, COVID as it is, the whole sphere of things, it allows you to be selfish. And sometimes there are a lot of us, we find, without any obvious reason or thinking about it, we are selfish anyway. So I think if you ask me, the current situation, it allows you to be as selfish as you can possibly. Think about me. Think about you. Think about how I can keep myself safe. Think about how I can protect myself. Think about how you are allowed in one way or the other, is to adopt the I philosophy. And certainly if you do that, it certainly makes your life easy. Adopt the philosophy that I need to be safe. I need to protect myself. I need to protect my family. And if you can keep your family protected, and everybody else, if Mike keeps his family protected, Mr. Archer keeps his family protected, then certainly at the end of the day, it augurs well for this fight against COVID-19. We continue, of course, because we've heard it. We listened last night, Mr. Archer, the Prime Minister's address, and certainly you would agree that in times of conflict, in times of calamity, of distress, individuals, they look towards their leaders for guidance.
Just to go back to something that you just said, that I keep my family safe, but actually I'm the one that go out every day, and the family is the one that actually keep me thinking safe all the time. They always remind me of the mask. They always remind me about the distancing, and it's very important that when I go home to them in the evening, that I ensure that they remain safe by me being safe and don't bring anything home that is not part of anything that anybody wants.
Right.
So I'm always reminded by the family, and you should have your family thinking that way as well. It's not what you do or what the other one do, but what you do collectively.
Right.
As a family, to ensure that we all get over this COVID thing. Yes, we're hearing about other strains, we're hearing a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we can't control. We can control our own actions, and the persons around us, we can control their actions as well. And it's very important that, yes, you can listen to all the talk, all the social media happenings, all the news happenings, but it starts with you, it starts with your family, folks. And also what starts with you is come in and get your Ultratech fuel, come and get your Total lubricants, come and get your cooking gas, so that as we undertake the curfew, you have all the supplies that you need, so you don't have to be running out worried, stressing yourself about the important items for cooking and for making sure your car is running properly.
You know what would be one of the most frustrating things in life is if when you're out early during the day, you remember you saw item XYZ, and then come 10 o'clock tonight, when the place is on lockdown, you then get to realize you bought, oh, good Lord in heaven, I needed this, I needed that, and then realizing, but you had the entire opportunity. You had the opportunity to come to the Rubis Service Center up here at Wester Hall, make a purchase, whether it's in Ultratech fuel, it's in Total lubricants, whatever it is, you got a chance to buy that 20-pound cylinder of gas, maybe not one. You probably needed to buy two based on the amount of cooking. But because, a lot of times, Mr. Archer, people, they tend to procrastinate. They probably say to themselves, I'll do it tomorrow. And there's that tomorrow may probably just never come, or tomorrow may come, and then you realize there is something else that occupies your time. So we want to encourage you, today is your day. Come up. We're up here at the Deco Rubis Service Center. And in case you are wondering about the atmosphere, the ambience, yes, because we literally, the service center is right on the Wester Hall main road. So we bombarded by everything, the trucks, the buses, everything that makes its way past. But you too, we encourage you, come. There is a gift that is waiting for you. And while we are at the door, we want to encourage you folks as you apply the nation's road, because Mr. Archer, we see it every day. Sometimes some of the unnecessary accidents, and while some people ask, is there a necessary accident? There are some accidents that could be avoided if you stop, use your senses, look at what's happening, or even not what's happening around you.
If it means that you have to give the right of way for somebody else that may not have earned the right of way, but for them to do a safe maneuver, then an additional 30 seconds, 60 seconds will actually make no significant difference in your life, but it could make difference in somebody else's life. Depends on how they're driving and what they're doing. So sometimes they say, old time saying, think before you act, is very, very important. I was having a conversation a couple of days ago with someone, and we have a traditional saying as well. We'll say, tomorrow, please the Lord. But every moment actually is the Lord's moment.
True.
So tomorrow is actually today,
I think I'm liking that conversation.
you know? And,
Mikey, I think we need about 4 or 5 hours to continue this. Wherever Mr. Archer is headed with this one.
I'm not heading anywhere, but just to alert persons that it's what you think, how you think,
Right.
that is so important, you know, and think it for today. You were actually speaking just not about tomorrow and when tomorrow comes and so, but we always say that the time is the Lord's time, and
True.
we try to treat it today. Yes, you may figure you'll leave it for tomorrow, but what if you can actually do it today?
What if
You
you
know?
could come to the Deco Rubis service station today and purchase that cylinder of gas and not worry about tomorrow? Because the reality is, you're saying, tomorrow really and truly, it doesn't belong to us.
No.
It doesn't belong to us. There's an old adage that says that yesterday is the past. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, sometimes we whine, we cry over yesterday. There's nothing you can do over spilled milk. Tomorrow is yet to come. We have no control over it. We have no idea what is going to bring, where it is going to take us. But the one thing that we have at our disposal, Mr. Archer, is the privilege of being in the present, which is today. And that's why you say they say it is called the present, and it is a gift. But very often we don't live in the present. We don't enjoy the gift and the luxury of being here, right here and now. But yet we worry about the things we don't have control over. Yesterday, well, you know, I should have done that yesterday. That's history. You should have done it yesterday. You should have. But there's nothing you can do about it. You're worrying about tomorrow, but yet tomorrow is not necessarily within your purview. You know, so certainly it only suggests that what you can do, make hay while the sun shines. And it is, we up here, Team Rubis. We're up here at the Deco Rubis Service Center, and here's what you can do right here at Wester Hall. So if you purchase $50 or more, in Ultratech fuel, you get a chance to be in. If you purchase Ultratech, your total lubricants, you get a chance to be in. You purchase a 20-pound cylinder of gas, you get a chance to be in. We say collectively, embrace the gift of today. And it's interesting when you embrace the gift of today, Mr. Archer. There's a gift up here, and as I've been telling them all day, a gift that actually has the name on it.
I'm smiling as you say that, you know, because some people might say that we don't know their name and take it into a whole different direction than recognizing that we have been thoughtful enough to reward them through the purchases that they make.
Right.
We have something for persons that buy the cooking gas. We have something for the persons that buy the lubricants. And obviously we have the items for the fuel persons as well.
Right.
You know, and everything blends in and fits in. And all you have to do is come on down to the deco station between whatever time it is now and 5 o'clock.
Right.
And we will reward you with the gift that you qualify for.
There are some people, they always like to be teased. So maybe you might get it. You might feel a little bit more inclined if their problem is the Archer. They tell themselves, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to get, so I'm not going. So I'm going to give you the luxury, the opportunity to share with them some of the items that they can get, so that they realize that it's not, you know, as I say, something fly by night that you all just sleep and wake up and didn't give it much thought. When you probably share with them some of the items that they have to get, that is, some of the gifts as it is, then they would realize that Rubis did put some thought into this.
For every purchase of $50, you will receive a keyring holder, proudly carrying the insignia of Rubis. Your $40 purchase of cooking gas cylinder would give you almost a cylinder. It's actually a bottle opener encased in a cylinder shaped item. For the lubricants, we have bottle openers. This one is in the form of a key ring, but there's also a special for lubricant purchases above $50. You will receive a Flow voucher. So Flow has partnered with us on this item,
Right.
and you will receive a Flow voucher. For purchases of $100 and above, we have the option of a beach mat. So even though we are under curfew, you may decide to go on the beach Christmas Day. We have a beach mat, carry all your stuff, and you actually open it up.
But hold on, before you go on, Mr. Archer, because
and you
I mean, you said a
lay on
beach
it
mat,
as
and I
well.
thought for the longest while when I saw the young lady carrying it. So you have to okay, because I thought it actually looked like a bag. So I thought it was actually a bag as it is. But I'm noticing now that you said beach mat. So why are you holding back with me? Because it's not just a beach mat, is it? It's a bag.
I'm not holding back on you. You're the one that did not decipher what intricacies
So-
that we had here. So,
Okay,
so I will take the blame and go a little
Take the
further.
blame. Take the blame.
I will pull the zipper on
Right.
one side. I will turn it around
Okay.
and pull the zipper on the other side. And your carrying bag has just turned into a beach mat.
So that is, I mean, and this,
You lay it on the sand and
no, I mean, this is
and
kind
you-
of, this
you-
is
you-
cute.
You put the mat on the sand, you lay on it, and
So it literally,
you get your suntan.
is it, what
Yeah.
is this here? That's for the pillow.
No, this is a plastic container. Maybe you are right and I am wrong.
Or maybe probably set for both, because I'm thinking
it-
maybe,
It is the pillow
It
that
fits
you
in the pillow.
that you blow up.
right,
You expend a little hot air,
right.
and you blow it up, and you have your fun. And when you finish laying in the sun or in the shade, whatever it is,
You fold it back
you
up,
just fold it back up.
close your bag up, you
Close
put your
your bag.
items back into it, and you leave. Now,
And based on the conversation we were having, Joe, I am now thinking too that you leave, but with all your belongings there, nobody know where you were, where you came from. They had no idea that you went to the beach, and you are now returning back to the safety of your home.
and not just that as well. Now that you think about it, so it's reasonable to assume that from the beach, you probably may want to make a little stop to the supermarket. And given the fact that a lot of supermarkets, you don't have to purchase, there's no longer the luxury of you getting bags, and you have to walk with your bag. There you have it. They're telling me that's not something. Okay, Mr. Archer, be honest. Who actually thought about that? That was your doing, right?
Well,
He doesn't want
it
to.
was ordered as a beach mat, but what we recognize now as we investigated it closely, we became beach mat detectives, and we realized all the intricacies that are here.
Because I
So you
only,
could actually leave home with an empty bag. You
Go
could
to the-
go to the supermarket before or after. You could go before,
before
get the amenities that you need for the beach.
you right.
You may just have your towel in there.
That's it.
And you open it up, lay, get your sun, get your shade. When you're done, you put back in your towel
You head for the
and you
supermarket,
head back to the supermarket and get the stuff you need for home.
and it goes back. It goes in. Now, I mean, this is what you call a really, 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 really great gift. Because I said, to be honest, you said beach mat, and I'm watching it, but when I saw, I'm like, well, that's a bag. Well, where did he see the beach mat? I mean, this is what you call a really, really, really thoughtful gift. It's multi-purpose. It also comes with, that's the little pocket on the outside, and the material, it is quite durable. Really, 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 it is quite durable, I mean, and I can see this makes making a really, really lovely gift. And for those of you that's probably on YouTube and you probably want to get a view, this is what it is that we actually talking about here.
So while
Looks
you're
like a
actually
bag.
showing them, Joe,
Yes.
what I will do,
Uh-huh.
we're not really sure if anybody listening to us. We might be speaking and our conversation is going in the cloud somewhere.
For all you know.
So the very next customer that drives up to the pump
Uh-huh.
that qualifies for a beach mat will actually receive the beach mat as a bonus, in addition to receiving either the sunshade or the umbrella.
Double bubble? You got a double bubble. Okay, so it's the double bubble. Yeah,
Yes.
but this is what I'm liking. I think it's a really, 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 really nice gift. I mean, I think a lot of the ladies, I can see them really enjoying this, you know? And the sort of material that it is, it can be easily folded, you know? You don't have to worry about the bag taking up that much space. Fold it, put it away, yeah? Team Rubis for you. I'm saying that's the kind of thought. And then there is the umbrella, the umbrella, there is the sunshades. And as you did say, there's a lot of little giveaway items for the kids as well.
We
Balloons
have
and other
exercise
stuff.
books, we have balloons, we have bouncing balls, and today we have what I used to do as a kid again, the soap water, blow bubbles.
Oh, the
We have a
bubbles.
container here
That's
to
what
blow
that's about.
bubbles as well.
Well, when you
So
spend,
even that will make a very handy gift.
it makes a very handy gift. No
At
arguments
time
about
like
that.
this, the children are home, literally home. It's holiday time. You give them, they run around blowing bubbles on each other.
Well, of
No.
course, that's what you need more now, more than ever. And I've said to a lot of people though that Rubis and not Rubis, COVID as it is, while it has had its drawbacks in terms of its impact on the family, the impact on the economy, that is, the persons who have lost their jobs. I mean, there's some businesses that have been closed down. But on the reverse of that, though, COVID in some way, that a lot of us haven't thought about it, it has brought some of us together, you know, in the context that it allows you to spend more time at home. Because, for example, somebody was saying to me they actually thought that Zoom was a new communicative platform. And I've been saying to them, but no, Zoom has been there since time immemorial. It has been around. All of a sudden now, Mr. Archer, a lot of things that didn't seem possible has become possible now. COVID.
Yes, and we just say Zoom, but the potential of that is we actually reach out and we communicate with people. We see them as we talk to them. They may be somewhere else around the world, but it's like they're in the same room with
Yes.
you. You have your conversations. Those that are innovative enough. You actually cook using Zoom, and the other person on the other side may be telling you things to put in the pot. You
It
cook
is that
together.
interactive.
And I'm not sure how they share the meal, but
You take a
One.
picture and you send it?
yeah, but you're not getting the taste. The thing about eating is the taste buds.
Well,
So
you
might-
would
you might
have
be
to
able
trust
say,
me. You'd have to trust me on it.
Oh, it tastes salty, it tastes sweet. Imagination, more imagination. But it definitely is a creative time. And what is actually going to happen out of COVID is that you're going to see new industries, new innovations springing up
Right.
that are going to make other things that we took for granted defunct.
Correct.
And it is the creative people that always tell you good things come out of bad situations
Yes.
if you put your mind to it and think it through. And definitely, I am certain that people are going to find other ways to make life simpler by being creative.
Well, even businesses, they're taking the advantage, and they would have used. They're taking advantage of COVID in terms of how you interact with it. In terms of a lot of folks now, they are working from home. That has its benefits for a lot of business places. Certain functions, you probably thought the person always needed to be in the office. You don't, and you find out a lot of businesses they now doing a lot of the transactions via Zoom, because literally Zoom is that interactive that it allows you to have visuals in terms of presentations and all of these sort of things. You can run video, you can run audio, you can run text. Who would have imagined? The world has evolved right in front of our eyes, and we did not even realize it.
One thing that I noticed from the business perspective is that there are also people out there that are being creative for gains that are not positive I guess it's positive for them, but
Right.
it's a negative for us
greater
if we are
mankind.
if we are caught up in the scams.
Right.
You know, and it's very important that we recognize there are a lot of emails that are coming. There are a lot of things that are trying to get us to do what we would not normally have done because we probably would not have been on the websites and so doing these transactions.
Right.
So be very careful, especially around the holiday time, where persons are sending and ask you for money for whatever reasons at all. They're playing on people's kind heart. You know, you think that you're contributing to somebody that needs something for the holidays. You know, there are people suffering now. But give it a second thought. You maybe, yes, be good meaning, but the person on the receiving end may not have good thoughts in the process as well. So we just ask you that you think before you act on some of these schemes where they ask for money.
And as you said, rightfully, they play off of your emotions because it is Christmas. You sometimes feel the compulsion to give, you know. But in these difficult times, the one thing you would want to ensure is that before you turn your hard-earned cash over to somebody that you have no idea who it is, as Mr. Archer said, think about it first. Think about it first. Maybe share the email with somebody. You know, call a good friend and say, "What do you think?" You know, I remember I had an occasion years ago when those online scams they were just trending. And you know, you always say, old people say, if it's too real to be true, it probably just isn't. You know, so they send you a mail. Listen, I have one X, Y, and Z. I mean, wherever so give us some story, and they have whatever wealth that they have obtained, but they need me to send them some money. I'm like, and I remember the first one I said, okay, no problem, I'm interested. Let me just forward it to a colleague of mine that is the police. I never got a response. That was the end of that.
That's right.
That was the end of that. Once they heard law enforcement, it was the end of that. But it doesn't mean that, Mr. Archer, that while we advise persons on the darker, shadier side, that is on Christmas as it is, it offers you, it opens the opportunity for individuals to warm somebody's heart, people out there that is less fortunate than ourselves.
And while we're on that line of things, actually Rubis can help you get around that as well if you're not certain about what you're given here and how it is being done.
Right?
But we have vouchers. We have gasoline vouchers
Nice.
where you can give someone that for Christmas or any event or for no reason. You just give them because you know that the Rubis fuel is the best on the market and that it is dollar for value.
Right.
So you can give them a $50 fuel voucher.
Okay.
You may buy two so that it adds up to $100. And it's available at the Rubis headquarters here in Grenada at Grand Mall.
Okay, nice.
And you know, it's Christmas time. You don't know what to give somebody, but you know they definitely will be buying fuel sometime
At some point.
for some reason. So we have the vouchers available. It's just a thought. You can call us at the Grand Mall terminal, and we could arrange an exchange for you to purchase gift vouchers.
I think it's a nice thought outside the box. Because the truth is, I'm one that believes that if you're going to give somebody a gift, give them a gift that they're really and honestly they have to use. You know, some folks they would give you gifts that sits there as ornaments, and that is all well and good. But I think in this day and age, you know, especially it might be a neighbor. It might be a neighbor of yours. You know, the person, they work extensive hours. You may see them Christmas Day, they have to go to work, Boxing Day, or the entire holidays. It makes a really, really, really nice gift. You know, and it's the kind of gift, Mr. Archer, that says to an individual, you think and you care about me. You know, because it's not something that you just go in a store and pick up randomly. And I'm thinking, folks, that now that Mr. Archer, you see what I tell you when I tell him he's always holding back on me, you know? I mean, I was holding one leg trying to shake him. I literally had to turn him upside down. And that's what that actually dropped out of his pocket. But certainly, Mike, Mikey, what say you? A gift voucher from Rubis for the holidays? Mikey say he doesn't. He doesn't know. Mikey probably decides he want to get into the curfew problems with anybody. No, Mikey, he's not the one to break curfew. It's to go to work. But you on holidays. Oh, that's why Mikey doesn't see the need for that. He's on vacation. But of course, reminding you guys, it is Team Rubis. We up here at the Deco Service Center at Wester Hall, right on the Wester Hall Main Road. So that would, of course, explain the background noise that you are hearing. You come in, you drive in. I mean, and you will see we've been here, Mr. Archer, and we've been seeing the flow in and out, in and out, in and out. The wonderful gifts that there is available. Now, every time you spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel, you get an opportunity. There's a gift for you, plain and simple. And as we've been saying, it isn't a case whereby if you make the purchase that you have to wonder if you're going to get a gift. There's no gimmick to it. You make the purchase. There's a gift here that is available. We went through quite a large range of gifts, gift umbrellas. We have sunshades. But the best gift I saw so far, and Mr. Archer and I, we became the Rubis detectives. Yeah, my name is Tintin and Tintin, but put both of us together, there's no way we could possibly be Tintin and Tintin. So I'm not even going to. Or maybe, what's the other two again? There was the other two, but certainly a lot of really great
gifts.
gifts.
Be careful now. You're saying names that some people can't identify with.
What you might
and you might be giving away age and eras and stuff that people don't identify with now. So careful with the names that
you might
call,
just
you know?
you might just be so true. You said Tintin and Tintin, or Thompson and Thompson, and they start going Thompson and Thompson. What on earth are they talking about?
Yeah.
But folks, honestly, I like the idea. Come up here to Rubis. You get an opportunity. You might just be something. You might just, and I'm starting to think now that maybe what you can do, start thinking about that special gift. If the person, for example, Miss Archer, you know the individual likes to go to the beach. Why not get them the gift voucher, the voucher from Rubis? You top up anyway, $100 plus. You get your gift. You get a gift bag, or wherever you want to put it. Go to the supermarket, put some groceries in it, give it to them, and give them a gift voucher from Rubis. And we say happy holidays to them.
You know, Mr. Kado, we can't shock people. Normally, we would have a spin the wheel,
Right.
and we would have a wider variety of items on display.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, COVID had says that the wheel needs to take a little rest.
Correct.
Probably had to give it a lubin, use some total oil and lube it a little bit,
Right.
and let it rest for a little bit. But we actually have tote bags that you can go to the supermarket with. And it's also an option that we are looking to give out at our next event.
Okay.
So you may end up with a beach bag
And a tote
and
bag.
a tote bag as well. And the thing about our tote bags is that they are all made through recyclable process.
Okay.
So while it may look as just an ordinary bag, it's actually very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like the fabric bags that you get and you purchase at the supermarket. We actually have these. It's almost like nylon, recyclable. I think
Right.
it's the plastic bottles and stuff. That
Okay.
material. So it is available at Rubis. Just depends on what event you show up, what location you show up at, what we may have at that time. So again, it can encourage you to show up at every Rubis event because our items vary and they are all useful in whatever way you may deem to want to use them.
And that is true because I'm thinking, I can't remember seeing the bags as it is. You didn't have them last week when we were at that other location. No. Yeah, because I think today's the first time I'm actually seeing them. So it only shows, of course, there's quite a wide range of items that you can win, but you can't. Well, not to win, sorry. Gift items that you can receive. but you can't receive your gift by sitting at home. Today we are at the Deco Wester Hall Service Center, and all you have to do, you come in, you spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel. There's a gift for you. You make purchase of Total Lubricants. There is a gift for you. You decide you want to buy a 20-pound cylinder of gas. There is a gift for you. You come in, Mr. Archer. It's simple like that. You make a purchase, whatever the purchase is. There's a smile on your face, and as though if that wasn't enough, we then extend the smile and say, "Here you are, sir, lady. There's a gift for you." Simple like that. What else could you ask for the holidays?
I don't know. They need to come down and tell me.
I would probably think so.
You know, because maybe we're not being creative enough. Somebody else maybe knows of something that will come across well.
Right.
But if we don't know, and Rubis always tries to meet the needs of our customers. So the only way we can do that is for them to come and tell us what their expectations are. I mean, we have some lovely attendants down here at the stations. And when I say lovely, they're both male and female. So I'm not necessarily talking about female features across the board. I'm actually talking about the service they provide.
Professionalism and everything.
And the ability to chat with you, provide the product that you need, as well as giving you the service that goes with it.
And I know that's something that when you say service, it's something that the Rubis team that you pride yourself on. Excellent customer service. Earlier on, we talked about the training that is extended to your staff so as to ensure that it doesn't matter where they go, whether or not you're up here at Wester Hall or you're probably, let's say, somewhere in the north of the island, the service and the standard of the service is expected to be the same.
At all times. You know, it is a matter that Rubis is seen, just like if you go to other outlets that provide other services, other foods, other drinks and so, there are standards.
Right.
And because we are a gas station, we seem to have people that believe that the persons that are attendants at the gas stations are less than human per se. I mean, sometimes the way they're spoken to, the way that expectations of some people are, you know, we try to provide the training that is necessary to lift the standards of these employees. Because you will be surprised to know that many of them went to secondary school. And we actually have one or two that are putting themselves through college as well.
Right.
You know, so they have ambition. They're not just the bottom of the totem pole, and you should not have any expectations of them or for them. But by coming to Rubis, you're also helping to lift them and build their standards as well.
You know, it's something that you raise, it's just something unfortunate. And it's part of one of the challenges that we have that exists in society, where we marginalize, we measure people based on where we think they are on the economic ladder, the education ladder. But at the end of the day, we owe each other basic human respect, Mr. Archer. That's basic human respect. It doesn't matter where they are. You know, often, you know, you would hear people, they would probably, let's say, look as what, because you want to be politically correct, actually they call sanitary engineers. For those of you, you probably bust your brains, the folks that collect the garbage. You ever thought of it, Mr. Archer? We see them, and we may scoff at them. And then for those, of course, who grew old enough, you hear the song of the Banana Man, and you wonder, you look at them. But have you ever stopped to think of one day, what happens? 2 days. If you go outside your yard and your garbage is not picked up. They do not sweep the market square. They don't come and sweep the streets. All of a sudden, we all start to realize, wow, but they have their purpose. Everybody in life, Mr. Archer, they have their purpose. And there's some people, they just transitioning. There are a lot of many very businessmen who started off from very humble beginnings. Very, very humble beginnings. But for me, I always say, it's not this way where you start the race, but it's a journey. And where you intend, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now.
I can show living examples of persons right here in Grenada who did what they needed to do in order to move up in life. As we
Right.
said, the ladder in life, that were once what we may term as ordinary citizens that are now police officers.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go deeper into anything because persons may not want to be identified, but there is
Right.
a leading doctor on the island up in St. Andrews, big parish, that was once selling gas at a gas station in St. Andrews.
Right.
He's now a doctor. And it is not important to us to categorize people, but important for us to help them on their journey.
Correct.
Don't bring them down when they're trying to go up. If you can't help them, just leave them alone.
And so
But-
true, because the reality is you never know the honest truth, where and when you will meet that individual, and they may be the person that you may need, or they might be that person that have to take you out of that position that you're in. I say we all human beings together, mutual respect.
And at Rubis, we give you all the respect that you need when you come to our service stations to provide you with the service as you get the products that you wish to ensure that your cooking gas is replenished, that the lubricants for your car engine is available,
Right.
and obviously the Ultratech fuel, whether it's diesel or gasoline. And just to give you a reminder that 5 years ago, Rubis is the one that brought in what is now known as the ultra low sulfur diesel. And we helped the nation because the government, we went to the government and they agreed to partner with us. Because around that time we had in France the 2020 convention where we had to bring down emissions to the atmosphere.
Right.
And our diesel moved from 5,000 parts of sulfur to 15 parts. So you can do the math and see the significant difference in the emissions that now go to the environment. And we know that there are some people that don't believe too much about climate change and the environment and
There's
stuff.
always going to be the skeptics.
You know, but we are playing our part here and we are working with you to ensure that you play your part as well, so that Grenada would always meet these environmental thresholds.
And it's interesting that you say that, because very often you see the company, we see in the front. So we see the service centers, we know there's fuel, but not much people get an opportunity to appreciate the role that you play on a more corporate level in terms of addressing, keeping us alive. And of course, how do we keep planet Earth, keep us in existence quite a little bit longer. But remind you folks, we up here at the Rubis Service Center, is the Deco Rubis Service Center. We're on the Wester Hall Main Road. Let me tell you what's happening. You come here because the team is going to be here. Well, we're here up until 5. So it means you have just about an hour, 5 or 10 minutes or so before you get here. But whether or not you come in, you're passing through, you're coming up, you're coming down, you're coming across, you stop at the Rubis Service Center. And here's what you can expect. If you spend $50 or more, you purchase Ultratech fuel, there is a gift for you. $100, there's another gift for you. So the gifts, they come in classification. So it's not a case of if you're going to get a gift. The question is, what gift is your name on? You're probably thinking $50, whoa, all I'm going to purchase is just a 20-pound cylinder of gas. We've got you covered as well. And when you think it is all over and done with, we also have gift items for the kids. Because as Mr. Aja has been saying, we understand that Rubis is playing its part. And not just, of course, for individuals, but understanding that the preservation of the family is the preservation of society. So there's also gift items for the kids. Everybody gets in with it. So really, 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 really great gifts that we've seen umbrellas, we have visors, items for the kids, pens, balloons, everything that you can possibly think about. Certainly, I mean, Rubis continues to do it, and there is no stopping. The only thing that it makes you start thinking now, you're asking yourself, where to from here, Mr. Archer? Where to from here?
It's almost 8 o'clock. Home.
I like
It gets dark quicker
yes,
these days. Yesterday was what the longest day of the year.
it was the 21st.
And but to look at your question, Rubis will always work with the authorities to ensure that our brand carries the top products for the customers.
Right.
We are not out in the first world where things are readily available and persons can probably make reference to things out in the first world. But here, for Grenada standards, we definitely do whatever is necessary to ensure that our customers receive the best available that can be provided to them at all times. It may take us 2 years before we can arrange to get something that's available somewhere else. It's not that we're trying, but there are other hiccups, other keybacks. There are things that sometimes the standards need to be met in order to bring these things. But our thoughts are with people to let them know that at Rubis, you can have conversations with us, and we will definitely aim to get whatever is necessary to you.
For certainly at Team Rubis, the conversation is how best do we serve you, the general public. Today being the 22nd, Mr. Archer, we know there's we have more of these broadcasts, but certainly this is the last of it before the holidays. I'm certain you would probably want to take the opportunity to extend Christmas greetings to one and all.
To one and all and one.
Tut moon bagay.
Depends on how you look at it. From us at Rubis, first thing that we ask you to do is to be cognizant and aware of what is happening around us in Grenada. We know that there's something called COVID-19, and there are protocols that we should follow. But we're seeing within recent time that there has been an increase and escalation in cases for whatever reasons. What may have caused it? The bottom line is that it is happening. And you can do something to protect yourself, your family, those that are close to you. If you're going out, if you're out, whatever it is that's required of you. You're going on the bus, you're going into the supermarket, you're going into the store to buy gifts, whatever it is. Just remember one thing, that you as an individual are responsible for your actions. You can't expect somebody else to do for you, especially at a time like this. Christmas is supposed to be, Xmas holidays is supposed to be a time for giving and sharing. But unfortunately, you have to start off by being selfish first in order to be able to give and to share. Because if you don't do that, then you may not be able to do anything else and be able to give and share because you may not be around. That might be a bit negative beyond what is necessary, but we have to be realistic at times. And we want to thank everybody for patronizing Rubis, coming to our stations and giving us the opportunity to provide a service to you in order for you to have your needs met as well. So happy holidays to everyone, and I am certain that I will have an opportunity to say happy holidays for what's coming up on Friday, and then we might be able to say Happy New Year before the end of the year as well.
Well, that I'm very much certain about. But this time your plan is, let me give you an appreciation as to how your evening should roll out. If you're finished, you've ended your work day, you're heading home, the place you need to make a stop at is the Deco Rubis Service Center up here at Wester Hall. Let me remind you, if you spend $50 or more in Ultratech fuel, there's a gift with your name on it. If you spend, of course, you buy Total Lubricants, there is a gift with your name on it. You purchase a 20-pound cylinder of gas, there is a gift with your name on it. Any purchase you make today, there's a gift with your name on it. As you go through the evening, reminding you that curfew officially starts. The curfew kicks in at 8 o'clock. You don't want to find yourself in any situation where you're on the road at any unauthorized time and you have to be answering questions from law enforcement authority. Try your best to abide. You're asking to give love for the holidays, but the gift of COVID isn't a gift of love. Try your best on behalf of the entire Rubis team. Be safe on the road, whatever you do. And of course, remember, the fuel of choice is Rubis Ultratech. Peace and love. JC loves you from the entire Rubis team, the entire GBN team here. It was really a pleasure being here with you. We will be back with you after the holidays, but all for now, we say so long, everybody. Peace and love. JC loves you. Happy holidays in advance.
Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going.
Have a happy and safe Christmas from Rubis.
No holiday time. See the green, the red, and the white. Gonna keep you moving on all the way back home. All the pretty lights everywhere. It's that time of year. Get Rubis, get going. It's Christmas. Get going. Get